proud of you, John. Is it something to do with...
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Don't be sorry. That's actually like the perfect sentiment for what we just experienced. The whole point is to feel.
Yeah.
Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Hello there, fellow rejects. The three of us today are going to go to the kitchen to cook Ratatouille. Ratatouille. I saw this movie, when did this come out?
2007.
Wow, my God, almost 20 years ago.
That is a trip.
But you've never seen this.
Never, ever, ever.
So we could put first time watching the title now.
Yeah. I almost had to leave. I was almost redundant.
Do you remember anything about it?
I remember this is the first year out of high school for me. I graduated in 06, so I was freshly figuring out life. And I remember being struck by the ideas of looking to your past as a way to like appreciate the present.
Oh.
And that's all I remember. I remember an emotion, which is kind of a nice feeling. Like Pixar, I love Pixar. Like, I think they're very consistent. But I love that most of my Pixar memories are like a strong emotion and not much else.
See, that's the interesting part is like he's saying that, and last night someone was bringing it up to me like, "Oh, Coy's there, good," because it's kind of a deep movie, and I was like, "What? I don't."
The movie with the mouse in the kitchen.
But I had no idea what like all that he was saying. I was like, "Wow, this is all." So I'm excited to have like a fresh time with this. I'm excited for you to experience it the first time, and it's gonna be a good moment. You guys ready to embark on this journey together?
Rock and roll.
Let's do it.
We French know the truth. The best food in the world is made in France.
Only Coy would know. He's been.
Oh, so good. Crepes.
Gusteau's restaurant is the toast of Paris. Booked 5 months in advance.
I've stayed near a place that looks just like that. Paris is beautiful.
He is the youngest chef ever to achieve a 5-star rating.
Wow.
Chef Gusteau's cookbook, Anyone Can Cook, climbed to the top of the bestseller list.
Amusing title, Anyone Can Cook.
Anton Ego.
Take cooking seriously, and no,
Whose voice is
I don't
that?
think anyone can do it.
We'll discover later.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Well,
What the heck? That was
dark
violent.
opening.
Oh.
Oh my God. I just thought I witnessed some murder in a Pixar film. Wow.
What's my problem? First of all, I'm a rat. Which means life is hard. And second, I have a highly developed sense of taste and smell. Vanilla bean. Oh, small twist of lemon.
Ah.
This is
Interesting.
Emil, my brother. He's easily impressed.
So what?
This is my dad. He's never impressed. He also happens to be the leader of our clan. What's wrong with having highly developed senses? Whoa, 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 don't eat that! Turns out that funny smell was rat poison.
Ah, clever.
Suddenly, Dad didn't think my talent was useless. I was feeling pretty good about my gift. Until Dad gave me a job.
Oh.
Don't you feel better, Remy? You've helped a noble cause.
He's not living his passion.
We're thieves, Dad. And what we're stealing is, let's face it, garbage.
It isn't stealing.
Patton Oswalt,
if no one
right?
Wants it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
If no
Yeah.
one wants it, why are we stealing it?
We are not.
Let's just say we have different points of view. If you are what you eat, then I only want to eat the good stuff.
Food is fuel. You get picky about what you put in the tank, your engine is.
Should be picky about what you put in the engine.
Yes, absolutely.
Why not steal the good stuff in the kitchen?
Stay out of the kitchen and away from the humans. It's dangerous.
I know I'm supposed to hate humans, but there's something about them. They don't just survive, they discover, they create. I mean, just look at what they do with food.
I like his character design being not traditionally cute. Like he's a rat, not a mouse. And like there's a little bit of edge to that.
Good food is like music. You can taste, color, you can smell. You need only be aware to stop and savor it.
Getting to scratch his creative itch.
Gusteau was right. Oh, yeah.
Savory than sweets, strawberry and cheese.
Each flavor was totally unique.
Love that. Reality fades away.
Yeah.
The imagination takes hold.
But combine one flavor with another, and something new was created.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like the synesthesia.
Yeah.
The only one who knew about it was Emil.
Huh.
He doesn't understand me, but I can be myself around him.
Aw.
Why are you walking like that?
I don't want to constantly have to wash my paws.
What a great way to make him more human, but with a narrative choice.
You found cheese? Tome de chèvre de pays! That would go beautifully with my mushroom!
Makes no difference to him.
Yeah.
There are possibilities unexplored here. We gotta cook this. Now, exactly how we cook this is the real question. Oh, yeah.
I love the framing devices.
Yeah.
Smoky flavor, nice and even.
That storm's getting closer. You think that maybe we shouldn't be so...
Jeez.
Whoa. Did it cook?
I assumed it cooked real fast.
Oh, you gotta taste it!
Nice.
I know what this needs. Saffron. A little saffron would make this.
Saffron.
Ah.
Why do I get the feeling
It's in the kitchen.
The two completely different deliveries.
Saffron.
It's very expensive saffron.
She's gonna wake up.
I've been down here 1,000,000 times. She turns on the cooking channel. She never wakes up.
You've been here 1,000,000 times?
I'm telling you, saffron will be just the thing. Gusteau swears by it.
Oh.
Who's Gusteau?
Just the greatest chef in the world wrote this cookbook.
Wait. You
Anyone can cook.
read?
Well, not excessively.
Oh, man.
Like
We love
societal
saffron.
expectations
Italian,
going on.
huh?
And family dynamic?
Good thing the old lady is a food lover.
This is about your cooking.
Hey, that's Gusteau. I mean, look.
You must try things that may not work, and you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from.
Exactly.
What I say is true.
Red
Anyone can
Garrett?
cook, but only the fearless can be great.
I like that. Hell yeah.
Gusteau's restaurant lost one of his 5 stars after a scathing review by France's top food critic, Anton Ego.
He's got a vendetta because of the book.
And the broken-hearted chef died shortly afterward.
Oh, no.
Gusteau is dead?
When the reason you live for dies.
Oh.
And here we are.
Oh, nice.
No, you'll lead her to the colony!
No!
No.
No! Damn, she'd go with a gun for an old lady.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Oh my gosh. Oh
I know
my
he has
gosh.
to make it, but not the brother.
Help! Remy, help!
Emil, start swinging the light!
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Hell yeah.
Emil, wait to me!
How could you want to kill a rat after making that cute of a noise?
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Oh, no.
Oh,
my God! That'd be a lot to handle.
Yeah, definitely. Oh
the
my god.
boats.
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them.
The book! Move!
It's like survivors hiding in your attic.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, they're really doing this.
Wow.
The boats, household items. I like how this world is just slightly heightened. Like,
Yeah.
they are smart enough to prepare, but not like build.
I'm coming!
Oh, no, you're going to ruin the book.
Yeah.
The pages will be ruined.
Come on! Paddle, son! Come on! Reach for it!
Oh.
Oh.
What is your deal?
Wow, lady, they left your
They're
house.
gone.
Aren't you impressed? A bunch of rats have built a friggin' boat? Oh my gosh.
Guys, wait! Stop! Which way?
Which path do you choose?
Yeah.
It's metaphorical.
I like that. I like that.
He's being baptized and reborn, guys.
That's it.
That's
That's
happening.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, water.
This is what like animation movies need to remember is peril.
Yeah, the stakes and like intensity, because you can do a lot in this world. And mice are oddly good protagonists. Rescuers Down Under and Mickey. And
A sign.
Fievel.
Something.
That is terrifying. Jeez.
Been there, little man.
Go up and look around, Remy.
I've just lost my family, probably forever.
How do you know?
Well, You are an illustration. Why am I talking to you?
You will never be able to see what lies ahead. Now go up and look around.
Cool motivational themes.
Yeah, you can still take the words of wisdom, even
Yeah.
though someone didn't fully live it in the end.
Yeah.
At least the implication is that he gave up internally, and then his body gave up. Whoa. Gosh, you know, Pixar does not get enough credit for like how cool their shots are.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, their animators really decide on frames. The movement's incredible.
Ah,
wow. Oh my gosh.
Got me.
I'm hungry. I don't know where I am, and I don't know when I'll find food again.
Remy,
Do not resort to this.
you are a cook. A cook makes, a thief takes. You are not a thief.
Cool line.
Food always comes to those who love to cook.
I wish I loved to cook half as much as this rat.
They do make the food look very
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah.
Taste the
You don't have the guts.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much. Oh my god. There's so much gun violence in this children's movie.
Yeah,
Well, I'm noticing like this constant resonance of everything's so passionate.
Yeah,
Yes,
the French.
Everything,
The French,
like
absolutely.
every feeling.
I think that was the dog from Up.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I don't know what
Not
dog
at
you're
the
talking
closet,
about, but okay.
was the dog? The
Yeah.
Up's one with the dog, right?
Squirrel.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that,
I think that was him. I think that was his shadow. Doug the
It's-
dog.
The dog,
It
yeah.
is so cool that we're able to
Beautiful.
experience this world. Like, as a human being, I think you take all this for granted
Definitely.
if you lived it, but as a rat, you get a
I've been underneath Paris.
Different perspective.
how
Oh, he's just
small
finding
they are.
out he's in Paris. Oh, that's
Wow.
beautiful. Oh, the Champs-Élysées.
The most beautiful.
Oh.
You've led me to your restaurant.
It seems as though I have.
Is that a ghost? Or is it just his imagination?
Yeah,
I think Ratatouille's just tripping balls.
Yeah, because he's hungry. Yeah. Yes, chef.
I need plates.
You guys ever worked in a restaurant?
Yep.
No, I have not.
A hell of a place.
I imagine. I've heard.
Hey, boss, look who is here. Alfredo Linguini. Renata's little boy.
He's so tiny.
Alfredo Linguini.
How are you?
Linguini?
Yes, Linguini. So nice of you to visit. How is
My mother?
Renata.
yes, Renata? How is she?
Good. She's been better.
She died.
Aww.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. She believed in heaven, so she's covered. She left it for you. I think she hoped it would help. Get a job. Here?
But of course, Gusteau wouldn't hesitate.
We could file this, and if something suitable
We
opens
have
up.
already hired him.
How dare you hire someone without my permission? We needed a garbage boy. I'm glad it worked out.
Oh, that's awesome. So the rat feeds off the garbage and he just gets thrown into the garbage.
A real gourmet kitchen, and I get to watch.
You've read my book. Let us see how much you know, huh?
I like the way it's just accept he can read.
Yeah.
He's a chef.
Oh,
Or there are ghosts or something.
Who is next in command?
the sous chef there.
Good exposition too, so we can learn.
Commis, they're cooks. Very important.
Ah, you are a clever rat. Who is that?
Oh, him? He's nobody.
Spot of the kitchen.
He's a punch or something. He washes dishes or takes out the garbage. He doesn't cook.
But he could.
Well, yeah, anyone can. That doesn't mean
You
that
just
anyone
poured
should.
tap water in the sauce. No.
Yeah, no,
Oh
stop.
wait. Does he know?
Nope.
He's ruining the soup, and nobody's noticing it. It's your restaurant. Do something.
What can I do?
We gotta tell someone that he's not.
Yikes.
Oh man, I feel the fear. This is really effective.
Yeah. Ooh.
Woo.
Ah.
Yikes. Whoa. Jeez Louise. Cool score.
Yeah, it's whimsical but intense.
Yeah. Oh no, good lord.
I love that they really thought out like the physics of how a rat would move in a
Yes.
kitchen.
And the health code violation.
Oh,
my
man,
gosh.
0 stars. They are out of stars if they find a rat.
Oh good lord.
I know he's clean, but oh no!
Oh gosh. Get out of there. Get out of there.
He's just trying to save the soup still.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, careful.
Man, the way they handle perspective is so impressive.
Yeah, the size feels like correct at all times, but it changes as it needs to.
Yeah.
Ew. Oh, God.
There you go. Yeah, he's compelled to help. Oh yeah, you can't help it. There you go.
He does it for the love.
Absolutely.
Remy, what are you waiting for?
This gonna become a regular thing with you.
You know how to fix it. This is your chance.
Not what are you waiting for? Leave. What are you waiting for? Soup. Oh, it's so cheeky. I love it.
There you go. That's so true.
And it's so playful because he's got to use all these tools because he is a rat. The joy. Doesn't even eat it.
Oh, good lord. Get out of there.
Where is the soup? Out of my way! Move it, garbage boy! You cook in my kitchen. Where do you get the gall to even attempt something so monumentally idiotic?
Oh, I love it. Because if the rat's there, he would get fired.
Yes.
Oh, and put on this man after you put him in the duck we're slathering about. Stop that soup! No!
He's got it there
all
for
this for
the
that?
ready.
Linguini, you're fired!
He wants to see the chef.
Take responsibility.
What did the customer say?
It was not a customer. It was a critic.
Ego?
Oh wow.
She likes the soup.
Wait. What do you mean, wait? You're the reason I'm in this mess.
Someone's asking about your soup.
He just keeps a stool.
What are you playing at?
Am I still fired?
You can't fire him.
What?
Leclerc likes it. Yeah? She made a point of telling you so.
He's a garbage boy.
Who made something she liked? How can we claim to represent the name of Gusteau if we don't uphold his most cherished belief?
And what belief is
Anyone
that,
can cook.
Mademoiselle Tatou?
Anyone can cook.
Reinstating the philosophy.
I have been a bit harsh on our new garbage boy. He has taken a bold risk.
You were escaping?
Oh, yeah. Since you have expressed such an interest in his cooking career, You shall be responsible for it. Anyone else? Then back to work. You are either very lucky or very unlucky. I think you are a sneaky, overreaching little...
Oh, good Lord.
What should I do now?
No!
Kill it.
Now?
No, not in the kitchen. Are you mad? Do you know what would happen to us if anyone knew we had a rat in our Take it away from here. Far away. Kill it. Dispose of it. Go!
I know the chef is there for comedic effect, and maybe I'm overreading this, but I love the idea that someone so small can have so much power, like our rat. I feel like this was the time when Pixar, like, everything was intentional.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, how could you? You wouldn't be able
Look
to.
at me like that. You weren't the only one who's trapped. I wasn't trying to cook. I was just trying to stay out of trouble. You're the one who was getting fancy with the spices. What did you throw in there? Oregano? What, rosemary?
He's shaking his head.
That's a spice, isn't it? Rosemary? You didn't throw rosemary in there?
Oh.
He isn't acknowledging that he's speaking to a rat.
Yeah.
I don't know how to cook, and now I'm actually talking to a rat as if you... Oh, did you not? Have you been nodding?
It is an acknowledging.
You understand me? So I'm not crazy.
He doesn't react to it.
I can't cook, but you can, right? Look, don't be so modest. You're a rat, for Pete's sake. Whatever you did, they liked it.
I love getting it from
Hey,
his
they like the
perspective.
Yes.
See?
Oh,
no!
my God.
Great cut.
Do it again.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna let you out now, but we're together on this. Okay.
I love that they humanize him and making him stand up for his hands being clean. Like that choice to
Yeah.
anthropomorphize him that way is genius.
And now whole thing's with it. Oh.
Yeah.
No, don't run away from your fears.
And your dreams.
Sharing that sense of empathy.
He also sees himself in...
Yeah. That's tough.
Oh, I love it. You see like the rat eyes.
Yeah.
And even the drawing of his eyes, Linguini's.
Yeah.
There's like something similar to the design.
I love how inherently clumsy he is and how fine-tuned you have to be to cook. And
Right.
like the
This
dichotomy
is
of
it.
what he's going to have to become.
There's heat and light and a couch with a TV, so, you know, what's mine is yours.
What a great view.
Why not?
Oh.
Constantly dreaming.
And he's sleeping in an oven mitt because he cooks.
Morning, little chef. Rise and shine.
He dreams of being a chef.
Idiot! I knew this would happen. I let a rat into my place and tell him what's mine is his. Eggs gone. What did I expect? That's what I get for trusting a rat.
Oh, a little tiny omelet.
Damn.
I buy that he has the
It's strength and...
the strength to do that.
Yeah.
That's
It weighs
good.
more than him.
What'd you put in there? Where'd you get that?
Mmm.
It's delicious, but don't steal. I'll buy some spices, okay?
Don't steal. Rise above what they tell you
We're
you
gonna
are.
be late on
Yeah.
the first day. Oh, come on, little chef.
Oh, he didn't get to...
This soup was a revelation, a spicy yet subtle taste experience.
Celine Leclerc?
Yes! Gusteau's has recaptured our attention. Only time will tell if they deserve it.
Well,
I love how they do such a good job at making him look and feel small.
Just
Yes.
so bewildered in
Yeah.
the distance.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, let's not do
I
that.
know it's stupid and weird, but neither of us can do this alone, so we gotta do it together, right? You with me? So let's do this thing!
He was empowered for like a second. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to hell. Recreate the soup. Take as much time as you need.
I love this rat.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
Ow.
Oh.
That's adorable.
Ow!
Is that right?
We gotta figure out something else. No scampering or scurrying. Understand, little chef? Little chef?
Oh, you're hungry.
He hasn't eaten in days.
Okay. So let's think this out. You know how to cook, and I know how to appear human.
I need to chew my food more.
I'm insane, a refrigerator talking to a rat. Gotta communicate. I can't be constantly checking for a yes or no handshake from a rat.
Rat? Yes, a rat right next to you. What are you doing in here?
I'm just familiarizing myself with, the vegetables and such.
Get out. One can get too familiar with vegetables, you know.
Interesting.
That was close.
Is that as dirty as of a joke as I think it is?
Yeah.
Hey!
I love how much physical humor they had to build to make this character work and how long that would take animation.
Definitely.
Like, this took months to make little guffaws.
It's like a Gundam.
A little marionette, yeah.
Or a mech.
Whoa! That's strangely involuntary.
I like our different points of references of Gundam and marionette.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
Training, wax on, wax off, young chef.
That's cool.
I love the detail on time. It was 7 a.m. when they left this place. Now it's 10 a.m.
Dang.
They actually paid attention to that.
Oh, little cuts on his hands?
Yeah, that's smart.
Oh, jeez. Oh my god.
Whoa!
Interesting. Oh, good lord.
Whoa!
Goddamn.
Votre santé.
This is what I was worried about.
Oh, careful. Oh my gosh, careful. Please be careful. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Perfect egg crack.
Training montage. Let's do this.
I always get cracked.
Oh, and the catch.
Shells.
Yeah.
Cutting chives.
I love a meaningful comedy. So much of it is about like trust and listening to your own body and self.
Yeah.
Like letting go and following.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. You were able to repeat your accidental success. If you are to survive in my kitchen, boy, Colette will be responsible for teaching
I like the
you
shot of
how
him
we
talking
do
to the rat
things
without
here.
him knowing.
Yeah.
That was clever.
I just want you to know how honored I am to be studying under such a...
No, you listen. I just want you to know exactly who you are dealing with. How many women do you see in this kitchen?
Well,
Only me. Move designed to make it impossible for women to enter this world. But still I'm here.
Kinda true.
Because I am the toughest cook in this kitchen. I have worked too hard for too long to get here, and I am not going to jeopardize it for some garbage boy who got lucky.
Gusteau makes Chinese food.
Oh, microwave food. No.
You are ruining the restaurant.
Yikes.
And like different appropriations.
Yeah.
Gusteau's corn puppies.
Oh, how we hate.
Only smaller, bite size.
Corn dogs?
What are corn dogs? Cheap sausages dipped in batter and deep fried. American.
I do love a corn dog. I'm not proud of it.
As he was talking, I was like, that sounds like the exact restaurant I would go to.
We are Americans watching a movie about cuisine. I'm like, corn dog. Yeah. Not proud of the microwave I own.
What's this gonna be?
Get my lawyer.
Oh.
We'll stipulate that if after a period of 2 years from the date of death, Gusteau's business interests will pass to his sous chef.
Oh my God.
What I want to know is if this letter, if this boy changes anything.
So he's a real antagonist.
Yeah.
I thought he was just a funny guy.
There's not much resemblance.
There's no resemblance at all. Gusteau had no children. And what of the timing of all this?
Mm-hmm.
The deadline in the will expires in less than a month. Suddenly, some boy arrives with a letter from his...
Oh.
This is Gusteau's?
Yes.
May I?
Of course.
But the boy does not know.
She claims she never told him.
Interesting.
What does she want?
A job for the boy.
Only a job?
Well, yes.
DNA.
If he works here, you'll be able to keep an eye on him while I do a little digging. I will need you to collect some DNA samples from the boy.
Oh.
He knows something.
Relax, he's a garbage boy. I think you can handle him.
What a turn. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna actually really come to his side
and suddenly be a friend.
Right,
and then the critic would be the...
Cooking is a cute job, eh? Like mommy in the kitchen. Well, mommy never had to face the dinner rush when the orders come flooding in and every dish is different and none are simple and all of the different cooking time. But must arrive on the customer's table at exactly the same time, hot and perfect. Every second counts and you cannot be mommy. What is this? Keep your station clear. Ugh, your sleeves look like you threw up on them. Keep your hands and arms in, close to the body, like this, see?
There you go.
Always return to this position. Cook smooth, fast, sharp utensils, hot metal, keep your arms in.
Like Ratatouille.
Yeah.
You will minimize cuts and burns and keep your sleeves clean. Mark of a chef.
Oh, I like that she's got burns in her forearms because that happens.
It does happen, yeah.
Style code. In every dish, Chef
Attention to
Gusteau
detail.
And his hands are
always
getting
has
more and more
something
cut up
unexpected.
as he
I will
works.
show you
Yeah.
memorize all these recipes.
Chef's hands are crazy.
Not the smell, not the look, but
That's why Gusteau's has been stuck for so long.
the only way to get the best produce is to have first pick of the day. And there are only two ways to get first pick. Grow it yourself
I am so hungry.
or bribe a grower.
Bonjour.
Lalo there went away from home at 12. Got hired by circus people as an apple bat.
What?
And then he get fired for messing around with the ringmaster's daughter.
Okay.
Ooh.
Horst has done time.
I defrauded a major corporation.
Whoa.
The largest bank in France using only a ballpoint pen.
Jeez.
With this stuff.
My gosh.
Gone for the resistance.
Which resistance?
He won't say. You that didn't win. Well, then cooks are we?
We?
You are one of us now, we?
We?
The resistance, which one he won't say.
By the way, for all the advice about cooking.
Thank you too.
For what?
Oh, he's so smitten.
For taking it.
Who's the guy from Knives Out 3 and Challengers? He looks so much like
Oh,
him.
Josh
Josh,
O'Connor.
yeah.
Josh O'Connor.
Is it
yeah.
O'Connor? Yeah.
So much like him. Sounds like him too.
Does.
Yeah.
That little shot, you're right.
What does the chef have that's new?
Oh, smug Americans.
So what is that? What is new? You? What are you blathering about? Customers are asking what is new. What should I tell them? What did you
Look
tell
like
them?
the frantic handheld.
Yeah.
Just pull out an old Gusteau recipe, something we haven't made in a while, and...
They know about the old stuff. They like linguini soup.
They are asking for food from Linguini.
That's how you come back.
The threat just keeps mounting.
For real.
Tell them Chef Linguini has prepared something special for them. Oh, and don't forget to stress its linguininess. Now is your chance to try something worthy of your talent, Linguini.
I love how his eyes are green because he's greedy.
Colette will help you.
We chef.
Now, hurry up, our diners.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's been a
he's
rat.
he's been not talking.
Dog rolls, puree, gooey duck egg, Dried white fungus. Jovi licorice sauce. Lalo, we have some
I'm with you.
Yo, okay.
How does that look like?
Whoa! Whoa!
Thank you. Excuse me. I'm gonna. Apparently, I need this. I'll be right back.
You are improvising. This is no time to experiment. The customer are waiting.
This is the exact time.
I should listen to you. Ouch!
Stop that.
Stop what?
Freaking me out. I thought we were together on this.
We are together.
Then what are you doing?
It's very hard to explain.
Oh, whoa, I forgot the anchovy. Don't you dare.
I'm not.
Oh.
Sorry.
Put trust into the.
Is Linguini's dish done yet?
Yeah.
Did you taste it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Before he changed it.
Good. What? How could he change it?
He changed it as it was going out the door. But Linguini. 7 more.
That's one.
Special order.
Wow.
Special order.
I have an air fryer.
Do you use it with oil or without?
Without.
Yep.
Why waste time?
America.
I bought it so it would do the thing.
It's a microwave, but with hot air. Oh no, he's been spotted.
Caught it.
Fellow rejects, starting something new isn't just hard, it can be absolutely terrifying. When we started our merch line, there were so many what ifs. What if no one buys anything? What if I don't know how to run a store? That is why I'm genuinely grateful Shopify exists. Shopify is the commerce platform around millions of businesses around the world, and nearly 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from massive brands to creators just getting started. And it's so easy to shout them out because we use Shopify to launch our website, and that was before we ever partnered with them because it made launching and running our merch actually manageable. Everything lives in one place. Inventory, payments, analytics, shippings, and returns. No juggling platforms, no headaches. Shopify also helps make your store look professional fast with hundreds of ready-to-use templates and their built-in AI tools to help write product descriptions, headlines, and even enhance photos. Huge time savers. On the customer side, that purple Shop Pay button is a huge plus. It's the best converting checkout on the planet, meaning fewer abandoned carts and more sales thanks to all who've supported us. So it's time to turn your what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/rejects. Go to shopify.com/rejects. That's shopify.com/rejects. Thank you again, Shopify, for helping to expand Reject Nation.
Take a break, little chef. Get some air.
Oh, he just got out.
Got your dog. In my office.
Am I in trouble?
Trouble? No. A little wine.
The camera really feels like a character in this.
Yeah.
I wonder who DP'd this. Because it feels like Rango where it was Deacons, like a known DP.
Health inspector.
All he needs.
Oh, she's protective.
Toasting your success. Hey, Linguini. Good for you.
Oh, I just took it to be polite.
Let us toast your non-idiocy.
How beautiful.
Aww.
Good for you, buddy.
I want to be this happy.
You won't ever be.
I'll never know contentment like this rat with cheese and grapes.
Oh, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? I thought I'd never see you guys again.
I figured you didn't survive the rapids.
And are you eating?
The reunion he was hoping for, but not the
I
path.
don't really
ultimately.
know. I think it was some sort of rapper once.
What?
Ugh.
No. You're in Paris now, baby. My town. No brother of mine eats rejectamenta in my town.
That's what we call you guys. The Rejectamentas.
There you go. Our French audience.
Rejectamenta!
Remy, you are stealing? You told Linguini he could trust you.
And he can.
It's like his Geppetto or something.
Yeah.
This is your first time cooking.
It's not. I knew it. It's my 5th time. Monday was my first time.
Getting him drunk, huh?
Yep, he's gonna get truths.
Tell me, Linguini, about your interests. Do you like animals?
What a good villain. I hate him so much.
What kind?
Oh, the usual. Dogs, cats, horses, guinea pigs, rats.
Take a bite of this. No! Don't just hork it down.
Too late.
Chew it slowly. Only think about the taste.
Oh, no. It gets
Teaching him to see. We see little.
Salty, sweet, and oaky nuttiness.
It's like his brain firing. You can see it start.
I'm detecting nuttiness.
Close your eyes. Now taste this. Slight tang on the finish.
Okay.
Now try them together.
Is it really that simple?
I think.
Uh-huh.
You lost me again.
Oh.
But that was interesting. Most interesting garbage I ever. Hey, what are we doing? Dad doesn't know you're alive yet. We've got to go to the colony.
Don't tell him.
I kind of have to...
Go your own path.
What do you have to more than family? What's more important here?
Well...
I know Pixar. You shouldn't listen to your parents.
Or family in general.
Have you ever had a pet rat?
No.
Did you work in a lab with rats?
Nope.
You know you do.
You know who no do, wackadoo. Rat-a-tat-a. Hey!
Rat-a-tat-a! Rat-a-tat-a!
Who taught you Spanish?
Ratatouille!
Why do they call it that? Ratatouille doesn't sound delicious.
We are all out of wine.
Not gonna lie. Thought it was a made-up word for the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a double entendre of like the rat and then also a real dish. That's cool. I want to play a paperclip.
I love that they're like buskers. Like street buskers are like usually people looked down upon from society, and the rats are like buskers.
You look thin. Why is that? A shortage of food or a surplus of snobbery?
I found a nice spot not far away, so I'll be able
Very
to visit
dismissive.
often.
Nothing like a cold splash of reality to make you... You're not staying?
You didn't think I was gonna stay forever, did you? I mean, eventually a bird's gotta leave the nest.
We're not birds.
Maybe I'm a different kind of rat.
Maybe you're not a rat at all.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Hey, the band's really on tonight, huh?
I want to make things.
Expectations.
I want to add something to this world.
I want to create and contribute. I get you.
Not consume.
I got something I want you to see.
You know, I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, but like humans murder rats all the time, huh?
You want me to stay and clean?
Is that a problem?
No.
Good boy. See you tomorrow.
They keep teasing the health inspector.
Yeah,
He's
they've
like,
been at the foreground enough times. Oof.
We're here.
Oh man.
Jeez, that actually is really
Good long look.
scary for a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still eat rats.
Rat gets a little too
This won't change you.
comfortable.
See what you bring here.
The world we live in belongs to the enemy. We must live carefully.
Jeez.
We look out for our own kind, Remy. When all is said and done, we're all we've got.
Oof.
No. You're telling me that the future can only be more of this?
This is the way things are. You can't change nature.
Change is nature.
Yes. Wow.
That was-
There's so many good lines in this movie.
Profound.
When we decide.
Change is
Where
nature.
you going?
Starts when we decide. God.
Where are you going forward?
Did
Just
Tony
bars.
Robbins write this movie? There's be so much like motivational words of wisdom.
Absolutely.
And food.
And Ratatouille's a stew.
Greg's learned so much in the first half of this movie.
Hey,
Everything got destroyed.
And that's just a little cutscene interlude. Like we just continue on. Fantastic.
I noticed.
Oh, he's passed out in the back.
Jeez.
I noticed the color palettes of this movie. Everything's from like this hue of brown to gold. It's like you just define the level of it depending on the mood of the scene.
It's clever.
You need some Tylenol, man. Some coffee.
Sunglasses.
Oh, they are Weekend at Bernie's, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny. I've never seen that. I just reference it a lot.
I don't think I've seen it either.
It's just
but
a pop culture
say,
mainstay.
Yeah, everyone
like-
knows the plot, right? Yeah.
Morning. Good morning. So, the chef, he invited you in for a drink. That's big. What did he say? You can't tell me? You get me to teach you a few kitchen tricks to dazzle the boss, and then you blow past me?
He's gonna wake up to her hating him.
I thought you thought I was different. I thought...
Oh, no!
I didn't have to help you. I wanted you to succeed.
Oh.
Liked you. My mistake.
Colette, wait.
Past tense.
Colette! Oh, it's over, little chef. I can't do it anymore.
What are you talking about? You're about to have a real career.
Look, I'm no good with words. I'm no good with food either. At least not without your help.
I hate false modesty. It's just another way to lie.
So many good lines.
Damn.
I would have followed your advice to the ends of the earth because I love you. Or advice.
Jeez.
Don't do it. I have a secret. It's sort of disturbing. A tiny chef who tells me what to do.
A tiny chef.
He's up here.
In your brain.
Yeah, why is it so hard to talk to you? You want to know why I'm such a fast learner? Don't laugh. I'm going to show you. No. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
The pepper spray getting closer to his eye was so funny.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Everything's so passionate in France. Great cut.
He's like death lurking.
Yeah, we haven't seen dude since the beginning. Oh, the
that's cool.
skull typewriter's fantastic. The casket.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Gusteau's.
Finally closing, is it?
No.
More financial trouble?
No, it's come back. It's popular.
My last review condemned it to the tourist trade.
Yes, sir.
I said, Gusteau has finally found his rightful place in history right alongside another equally famous chef, Monsieur Boyardee.
Touché.
Tell me, Ambrister, how could it be popular?
The DNA matches. The timing works. Everything checks out. He is Gusteau's son.
Does he know he's Gusteau's son?
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he knows.
The boy knows. Look at him out there, pretending to be an idiot. Playing dumb, taunting me with that rat.
Rat?
Yes, he's consorting with it, deliberately trying to make me think it's important.
Is the rat important?
Of course not. He just wants me to think that it is. Theatricality of it. A rat appears on the boy's first night. I order him to kill it, and now he wants me to see it everywhere. Ooh.
Should I be concerned
Of.
about this? About you?
Love the soft glows. It really heightens that
Atmosphere of love.
romanticness.
Yeah. That's flirty.
Isn't it good to have Gusteau's name getting headlines?
Not that they're over his face. Gusteau's already has a face, and it's fat and lovable and familiar, and it sells burritos.
I was worried about the hair sample you gave me.
Why?
Because the first time it came back identified as rodent hair.
Think about that, man.
No.
What?
Try this. It's better.
Ah.
Well,
You don't need to have your hat with you now.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's being forgotten.
Oh my gosh. That is scary.
I'm disappointed in you, Linguini.
Yeah, I know. Oh, get out of here.
Oh, right back to the sewers.
Little creatures.
Aw.
When will his reflection show who he is inside?
I was reminded how fragile it all was.
Hey, Remy. How you doing?
You told them?
Oh, shoot.
Emil, that's exactly what I said not to do.
They're my friends.
Oh no.
Shoot.
Ruining everything.
Hey, is there a problem over here?
No, there is not. Wait here.
Do we even know if our rat is biologically related?
Nah.
They lied. They kidnapped him, stolen from another rat pack.
Remy, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, okay, Emil shows up with... Oh,
We've been foreshadowing thievery being the thing.
anyway, they're hungry, the food safe is locked, and I need the key.
They want you to steal food?
Yes. No, it's...
Create, don't consume.
They don't have your ideals.
Ideals? If Chef had ideals, you think I'd be hacking barbecue over here?
Oh my gosh.
Will you be wanting some haggis, baby? I cannot control how they use my image, Remy. I am dead.
Shut up!
Mr. Whistle. Up and died.
Inventing new ways to sell out.
Hey, your will. Oh, this is interesting.
Ah, this is how.
Linguini? Why would Linguini be filed with your will?
This used to be my office.
That's a great figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
It really provides a lot of answers.
He's your son?
I have a son? A figment of your imagination. You didn't know, how could I?
Well, your son is the rightful owner of this restaurant.
No, the rat! It's
He's risking it all.
none of my documents! It's
Roundabout.
I mean the Louvre. They're near the Louvre. Ah! Great shot.
The speed of a moped and a rat
I know.
are similar.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's classic Jason gets on the boat. Oh, crap.
Damn.
That's not classic. They usually don't join in the boat. Slow-moving trolley boat.
This little guy can move.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa. Fly.
Oh, that's so cool. That's friggin' dope. That's hilarious.
I would love to go to France.
You get out of my office.
He's not in your office. You are in his.
Nice.
Whoa, what? What's going on? This is
That was
wrapping
fast.
up.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be like
A little
30 more minutes left.
Yeah.
Or something. What's
Right.
going on? This is a turn.
Yes.
Can't you have both?
No. He's unselling out, Greg.
Couldn't you have it like a different restaurant? Open up a second restaurant.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh, he's got his own room.
And gets his. Oh my gosh, what a view. Oh shoot.
I like that he's made a deal with the mob. Like
Yeah.
he's
Right.
They've come to collect.
Oh my gosh.
The thumb.
Yikes.
Gotta cut him off.
Your rise has been meteoric, yet you have no formal training.
You want the truth? I am Gusteau's son.
Aww.
It's in my blood, I guess.
But you weren't aware of that fact until very recently.
He's posing.
Inspector.
Oh, man, yeah. Wow.
A rat infestation. Gusteau's restaurant.
Gusteau's first opening is 3 months.
What happened now? But the rat. You must.
Oh, my God.
We're just talking about my inspiration.
Yes, he calls it his tiny chef.
Not that, dearest. I meant you.
Oh.
Ego.
Ego.
You are Monsieur Linguini.
Oh, hello.
Pardon me for interrupting your
Ego death is clever.
premature celebration, but I thought it only fair to give you a sporting chance as you are new to this game.
Game?
Yes, and you've been playing without an opponent, which is, as you may have guessed.
You're Anton Ego.
You're slow for someone in the fast lane.
And you're thin for someone who likes food.
Jeez. Clap back.
I don't like food, I love it. If I don't love it, I don't swallow.
Kids movie. Everyone hold back. Resist.
Not gonna say anything.
God dang it, Coy. You already let the...
I'm not saying anything.
It's already out there.
Let
Just
the
immediate.
cat out of,
Yep.
out of the...
Just stare into the camera.
The cat out of the rat out of the... Yeah.
I love it, I don't swallow.
Don't give me that look. You were distracting me in front of the press. Your opinion isn't the only one that matters here. Colette knows how to cook too, you know. Ow! All right, that's it.
His ego is going to lead to his downfall.
Yeah, definitely.
You take a break, little chef. I'm not your puppet, and you're not my puppet.
Oh.
The rat is the cook. You cool off and get your mind right, little chef. Ego is coming, and I need to focus.
Puppet controlling guy.
Yeah, you stupid. Wow.
Careful.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah, it's like you're his fluffy buddy or something.
It's okay. I've been selfish.
Oh, no. No.
Dinner's on me. We'll go after closing time. In fact, tell Dad to bring the whole clan.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Little chef?
Is the health inspector going to come when there's an entire kitchen? Oh. So unsanitary. These rats do not wash their hands like Remy. It's funny them scurrying makes them so much less appealing.
Yeah.
Like, it really is effective how they made Remy.
Oh. Damn.
Little chef? Clever. I thought you went back to the apartment. It didn't seem right to leave things the way that we did, so...
They're hiding together.
Yeah.
A lot has changed in not very much time, you know?
Oh my God,
I'm
they're
suddenly
everywhere.
Gusteau, and I gotta be a Gusteau, or, you know,
He's hungry.
disappointed. You know, I've never disappointed anyone before because nobody's ever expected anything of me.
Oh.
The only reason anyone expects anything from me now is because of you.
Oh, he's being humbled.
I haven't been fair to you. You've never failed me, and I should never forget that.
Oh my God.
Just ate the whole bushel.
The most honorable friend that I could ever have. What's going on?
Oh, that's a horrifying scene. Oh my gosh.
I thought you were my friend. I trusted you. Get out, you and all your rat buddies, and don't come back.
No.
I'll treat you the way restaurants are supposed to treat pests.
No.
Jeez.
You're right, Dad.
Self-fulfilling
We are what
prophecy.
we
For
are.
real.
And we're rats.
That's tough.
Well, he'll leave soon, and now you know how to get in. Steal all you want.
You're not
Called the Dark
coming?
Night of the Soul.
Lost my appetite.
Aww.
Do you know what you would like this evening, sir?
That's tough.
I'd like your heart roasted on a spit.
Jeez.
Whoa.
I was like, why is he serving?
Today is the big day. You should say something to them.
Like what?
You are the boss. Inspire them.
You could change everything. You could be a white savior for rats.
Attention, everyone. Tonight is a big night. Appetite is coming, and he's going to have a big ego.
Oh.
I mean, ego. He's coming. The critic, and he's going to order something from our menu. Observe.
No, wait!
No!
Oh, no.
Oh,
What do we
no.
do? I'll go get Dad.
Oh, you bastard.
Think you are a chef, but you are still only a rat.
They constantly like tint him in some level of green.
Anton Ego is just another customer. Let's cook!
Yeah, let's...
You will create for me a new line of Chef Skinner frozen foods, and I, in return, will not kill you.
Do you know what you would like this evening, Zara?
Yes, I think I do.
He's like Palpatine and Vader is the chef. We've got like 2 villains.
You know what I'm craving? I'd like some fresh, clear, well-seasoned perspective.
Who hurt you, man?
I know. For real.
Tell your Chef Linguini that I want whatever he dares to serve me.
I will have whatever he is having.
They don't recognize
The glasses.
So, we have given up.
Why do you say that?
We are in a cage inside the car trunk. I am only as free as you imagine me to be.
You only tell me stuff I already know. I know who I am.
Exactly.
Why do I need you to tell me? Why do I need to pretend?
I like that.
That's the point.
But you don't, Remy. You never did.
What a beautiful message.
My other left.
My other.
Drunk! What the? Dad!
There you go.
Hey, little
The
brother.
mafia comes to pay back their due.
I love you guys.
You don't see that in a lot of stories.
To the restaurant.
Good point.
They'll fail without me.
Why do you care?
All the attempts.
Well, if he writes things, he probably wouldn't have to steal anymore for them, right? Like, they probably might give it to them.
Can you not
Yeah.
know your own recipe?
I imagine, yeah.
Where is my order?
Can we serve them something else? Tell them we're all out.
We cannot be allowed. We just opened.
I have another idea.
Tell them.
They'll see you. Talking about me. We're talking about what to do right now.
No.
Don't touch him.
Jeez.
Thanks for coming back, little chef.
He just stood there like he was ready to take it all.
Die for what he believes in.
Yeah, damn. That was gnarly.
He's the one behind these recipes. He's the cook. The real cook. He's been hiding under my toque. He's been controlling my actions.
This is the craziest thing. Just explain.
Yeah, how the hell do you
That's exciting
digest
everyone.
this?
The reason Ego is outside that door. You've been giving me credit for his gift.
Look how proud he is.
I know it's a hard thing to believe, but hey, you believed I could cook, right? It's crazy, but it works. We can be the greatest restaurant in Paris, and this rat, this brilliant little chef,
Oh.
can lead us there. What do you say? You with me?
No, no one's gonna.
Oh, the one crazy guy?
Yeah.
He's quitting.
Oh, no.
Damn.
I'll prove him wrong.
Jeez.
Comes right back to him.
Dad,
Damn.
I don't know what to say.
I was wrong about your friend, about you.
I don't want you to think I'm choosing this over family. I can't choose between two halves of myself.
I'm not talking about cooking. I'm talking about guts. This really means that much to you?
Oh, shit. I
Damn.
didn't even think about that.
I did. He's got a kitchen.
Oh, my God.
You tell us what to do, and we'll get it done.
I forgot all about
You
that.
called him. Coy called him. I didn't expect it in this moment. That was perfect.
Forgot
He
all about
walks
the
in
health
the back.
inspector.
I thought he'd come in with the critic. That was perfect. What a nightmare.
Everyone wash their hands.
Oh,
No, hey.
Whoa.
Team 3 will be handling fish. Team 4, roasted items.
Damn, that's cool.
That is insane.
We need someone to wait tables.
We'll get the rats.
the nightmare.
The nightmare becomes his dream.
I like that he's stumbly on his feet, but on skates, he's like,
Yeah. He's a natural.
Make sure that steak is nice and tenderized.
That's hilarious.
The skates. Oh, that's so good.
It's good. Too much salt? Good.
Sorry. Colette, wait.
Yeah. That's kind of gnarly.
You came back, Colette.
Say a word. Just tell me what the rat wants to cook. Ratatouille. It's a peasant dish. Are you sure you want to serve this to Ego?
I'm gonna make the ratatouille. That's beautiful.
Wow, they actually serve the made-up dish, ratatouille.
Yeah, that's it for this movie.
That's not cool either.
Yes.
What? I am making ratatouille. Well, how would you prepare it?
Use your imagination. Be creative.
I love that he's actually going to be a hands-on cook. Like he's not operating him. He's
Yeah.
This doesn't look like my favorite dish.
Wow. I tell you, elevator ratatouille.
Delicious. Ratatouille? They must be joking.
Dude, I'm getting choked up. What the frick is this?
Oh.
Stupid. That's awesome.
When you asked me at the beginning, that's the scene I remembered.
Oh, really?
Remember when you asked, like, that was what I thought of the film, is this moment.
Oh.
Who cooks the ratatouille? I demand to know!
I can't remember the last time I asked a waiter to give my compliments to the chef. And now I find myself in the extraordinary position of having my waiter be the chef.
Thanks, but I'm just your waiter tonight.
Then who do I thank for the meal?
Excuse
So
me a minute.
pleasant. Bring out the girl.
You'll have to wait until all the other customers have gone.
So be it.
It's kind of scary.
I just sat there.
Second bottle of wine.
Here we go.
Not even with his phone
At
out.
first, Ego thinks
Or
it's a
iPhone's
joke.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But as Linguini explains, Ego's smile disappears. And when the story is done, Ego stands, thanks us for the meal, and leaves without another word. The following day, his review appears.
Yet enjoy a position over those who offer up their work and themselves to our judgment.
Ain't that the truth?
We thrive on negative criticism, which is fun to write and to read.
Yeah, I'm choking up.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Face is that in the grand scheme of things, the average piece of junk is probably more meaningful than our criticism. The world is often unkind to new talent, new creations. The new needs friends.
Beautiful.
Last night I experienced something new, an extraordinary meal from a singularly unexpected source. They have rocked me to my core. In the past, I have made no secret of my disdain for Chef Gusteau's famous motto, anyone can cook, but I realize only now do I truly understand
Really made him a believer.
what he meant. Not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere.
Oh, so many good goddamn lines.
That's profound.
Those of the genius now cooking at Gusteau's, who is, in this critic's opinion, nothing less than the finest chef in France.
Wow.
Jeez.
I will be returning to Gusteau soon, hungry.
It was a great night. The happiest of my life.
That's awesome.
But the only thing predictable about life is its unpredictability.
Oh.
I had to let Skinner and the health inspector loose, and of course they ratted us out.
Ratted us out.
The food didn't matter. Once it got out, there were rats in the kitchen. The restaurant was closed, and
Start anew.
Ego lost his job and his credibility.
Oh no!
He's doing very well as a small business investor. He seems very happy.
How do you know?
We're here. Oh, now they're working together, Ego and them too. Oh, that's so cool.
He's an investor. Beautiful. Patron of the arts.
Thanks, little chef. Can I interest you in a dessert this evening?
Surprise me.
How long do rats live for?
I thought it was a short lifespan.
Believe me, that story gets better when I tell it.
Now he's found a home for them too. They don't have to steal.
Yeah. They have their own life now.
Jeez.
Line out the door.
La
Ratatouille. Oh, that's cool.
Clever.
Looking upon the Eiffel Tower in France.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Wow. Wow. Were there post-credit scenes back then?
This is the year before Iron Man, so they weren't popularized yet.
Brad Bird made this movie?
So the same as I'm.
Yeah?
I did not realize it was Brad Bird this whole time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just finished watching Ratatouille. Wow. Oh my God. That was like a first time watch for moi.
I remembered one scene, and it was the scene of him taking a bite. Because I when you guys asked what I remembered, it was the feeling of like lost love and how that applied to the present. Like whatever I said in the beginning, it was from that one bite. So it's really funny that this whole movie was like a blank slate and then a bite. And the visuals were so strong, it seared into my mind. So I was like, how do we get to that guy taking a bite? And like then it hit, and I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
So yeah, effectively a first time watch. That was 99% new.
That was awesome. That was an awesome time. If you guys want to do the full reaction watch along where you sync with your own copy, of course, we're watching this off the Disney Plus. That is available for our patrons, our royal rejects, and of course, great way to support the channel is you can get yourself some RR apparel as well. Shouts out to the Prepper boys and girls for editing down these highlights. My goodness, I'll ask you, Mr. Maturan, what movie did tear so much in this?
I'm still
Oh, that's all right. We do that here.
I don't know why.
Is it something to do with overcoming beliefs?
I guess I don't. I didn't expect this like reaction. I mean, kind of, but not really. But I don't know. I can't articulate right now because it's freaking. I'm like flowing through with emotion right now. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's actually like the perfect sentiment for what we just experienced. The whole point is to feel.
I mean, yeah, I was telling you yesterday. I'm like, yeah, Coy and I you were watching Ratatouille, and I want this movie to break me, and I was like, joking.
yeah, we were literally with him like, I don't think it's that kind of movie. Yeah.
And yeah, I give me like a sec. I need to process my.
Yeah, we can be quiet for a little bit, man. We can give you some space.
Yeah, I mean, you guys seem like to enjoy it. That's good. I mean, I'm happy that you guys enjoyed it.
No.
Greg, you want to?
We can just sit here for a little bit. Honestly, we don't have to like just chit chat. We can just be quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to gather like all my thoughts. I'm like sweating too.
Your whole body's like, I have felt and I will feel.
I mean, yeah, going into it, I knew like Pixar movies are moving. I think every Pixar movie that I have seen, there's some that I haven't. I've teared up and like, experienced some movement of emotion, but I think it hit I remember the one scene that got me choked up immediately, and I was like, damn, already, was when Remy first made the soup, and then the female critic in the very beginning tastes it. The reason why I got emotional there was like there was a recognition of like potential that you don't see in yourself until someone else recognizes it, and it hits home to a certain degree. And I don't want to go like a deep psychoanalysis because we can be here for like hours, but
I mean that's what movies do. You might as well.
I think that was it won't stop. Like I don't know why it's like a faucet.
Oh, my brother. Oh man, no.
But yeah, I think that's one way I can articulate at this point. I mean, yeah, you've known. It's like I'm also sweating, so it's like my shirt is wet. But yeah, just growing up with the low self-esteem and like, yeah, there was a sense of recognizing something that you don't see in yourself, and like, yeah, it just felt really profound to see that in anything, whether it be a movie, television, or whatever. So, yeah, I'm over consumed with emotion right now, and like, I didn't expect it to kick in so much. Like in the beginning, I was like, all right, cool, I'm feeling that's good, and then the end, I don't know what triggered that. I'm trying to figure out the scene that triggered it all at the end. Jesus Christ.
You are very wet.
like every part, you like it's just anything we can see.
And you're grabbing my shirt.
Yeah. All of you experienced it.
I'm like,
it's not just your eyes crying.
Yeah, whatever the opposite of intellectualizing.
Your forehead's crying.
You got like some sweat beads rolling down. You're in
this
it, man.
is weird. I didn't expect to sweat too. My arms are wet. That's so weird. No, yeah, I think that
Who needs the sauna when you got Ratatouille? You're just like in it.
That's so weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it definitely is just that sentiment. I'm trying to think what else triggered it. Any other talking points you guys can say? I'm trying to figure, like, again, articulating is difficult at the moment, but.
Well, I mean, from what's touching you, I would say that, like, yeah, the idea of usually something like love or belief is the kind of thing that moves me too, because I do know what it's like to have limiting beliefs and then having to overcome that and know what you're kind of labeled as is the thing that people expect you to be, and then they set like a limitation on you, and then with that limitation it only takes you who can overcome it, but sometimes it takes the support of someone believing in you where you could overcome this thing. And I respect you a lot for showing your heart for this moment, because that's the whole point of something like this. Movie's about art, this movie's about creation, and if the whole point of it is to follow your heart with it all, then I think feeling that feeling and then learning how to run with it in your own real life is kind of the thing that you have to do. So if you're being moved this much, that means there's something like you can logically compute a lot of this stuff, but if your heart is like actually feeling it, receiving that and moving with it in life in some ways, something you don't want to like forget. You want to feel that and keep going in a lot of ways, you know?
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm still sweating too.
How are you feeling, Coy?
I really love Pixar films for being celebrations of art, and they do it in really interesting ways. I personally like Toy Story, Toy Story always lines up with like a phase in my life in a very interesting way. Like that series has always kind of hit right at the age where it like feels like a must. And then the nature of Pixar starting their whole journey there, like I was 9, I think, when Toy Story came out.
Oh, wow.
And I remember that being like the exact right age to be really connected. And then Toy Story 2 was 2 years later, and it was them growing up by a couple years. And I just think of Pixar as this entity that's always felt important. I think Pixar is like how I think other people perceive like Disney as a whole. Like I love Aladdin, I love Lion King, I love Emperor's New Groove, but the Disney obsession, like the people that have tattoos, the people that go to Disney World every day, like there's like this cult of Disney, and Pixar in its heyday, I definitely think of as like the closest emotional connection I had to animation to that scale, where it's like all encompassing. So I say all that to say expectations were high because I watched this in a very emotionally vulnerable time, and it's interesting what I remembered. So I was curious about going into this at a new phase in my life. I was a year out of high school, and now I'm 20 years out of high school. And when I rewatch Pixar, it is always a marker of that time in my life for me because I emotionally connect to the time and the experience. So I found it really interesting. What I remembered from this is that one bite, that one scene. And now I think the thing that hit me most is the critic saying, like, we don't create. Who the fuck are we to judge stuff? Like, we're not making risks. So that's something I say all the time. I literally say, I don't want to review things I didn't enjoy because I can't make even the worst movie. Who am I to call it bad if I didn't risk putting myself out there?
Sure.
And it's so interesting I didn't remember that element of that bite. I didn't have any context for that. So it's interesting, you know, I was a year out of high school and I was about a year away from moving to LA to be an actor. And I was already SAG at 2007. I was already working. I was already an actor. And that's something I didn't succeed at. And I became this, whatever this job is. And it is something that I judge. Like, I judge this job because I don't like people that profit off people ripping art apart. I don't enjoy the fact that I'm put in that category of that. And it was interesting to see a movie where that's the antagonist, and also jealousy is such a factor because, like, I'm a person, I experience jealousy. But I am especially juxtaposing John's experience fascinated by like how like I felt my walls. Like I am really aware that I'm in a place where I'm like very protecting myself, and I like felt moments where I like identified with other characters and was like, not today, Satan. Like I just like and full disclosure, this is the first, like, we watched Wonder Man, and this is the first full new thing we've watched since I lost my cat. And, like, seeing a little animal be cute, I think it made me be like I think the walls were like, as soon as we saw like a little big-eyed, adorable creature that was furry, every part of me was like, you. So I think I just like shelled up. So my review is I'll always remember where Pixar hits me and always remember revisiting it because the emotional connection. I really enjoyed the connectivity I had to the critic, and I find it really interesting that my brain, while protecting itself and my emotions, was like, you can only connect with the villain today.
That's interesting and fascinating. That's crazy.
That's my psychoanalysis of myself in Ratatouille. The movie itself, exceptional. We'll get more into that, but that was my first thought, was like, what an interesting thing to watch myself watch.
Well, what if there was... Here's the conceit of when people do reactions. Is some people want reactions videos where it's like they want the people on the camera to completely forget. It's like, of course, everyone who films a reaction, I don't care who the hell you watch, they're aware that there is a camera there. In some capacity, you're going to be aware. Whether, and if some, and the closest you come to that lack of awareness is when you're alone. You know, when you're alone and you're like, oh yeah, there's a camera here. So my question is then, if there... I know that's one of the like jokes we've had a lot of, because I've heard Coy cry for the first time a few times in the past week, and my question,
I'm capable.
If there wasn't, I was like, what? If there wasn't this, do you think you would have watched it differently?
Yeah.
Because
it resonated emotionally like I was eating a steak with a condom on my tongue, like it was like that a condom feels like feeling the condom, like the awareness
making
of fucking
this kids movie review so hard to them, like trying to make little mental markers in my head of like, what timestamp are we at? How do I mute this exactly?
I'm trying to think of like a better metaphor. There's an awareness of me that is aware of a barrier, a disconnect, a separation. Like, it was still a pleasant experience, but I was very aware of like a I put myself in like a kiddie pool. Like I put myself in like I didn't let myself wade into the full experience. I was very aware that I was staying where it was safe.
Well, yeah.
So like I think that was an interesting experience of like this definitely was emotionally affecting, but it was like watching it through sunglasses. Like I was very aware of like a distance. That's the PG cut. You can use that one through sunglasses.
Well, yeah,
Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, you're at a point where you're more selective too, I think, with like when or who to show those sides of you too, if you're feeling a certain way, right? So like you're in a room with like us, you don't really know John.
That doesn't stop John. I respect it. No, but I love that emotional availability though. Like that, I think it's really beautiful in a film that is so much about emotion and connecting and letting walls down and being yourself. John got to live that, and like I got to watch myself not. And I like that I was able to mark it because what you just asked about, was this a different experience, was clearly a different experience because I noticed. I never noticed before. Like when you and I would talk about like films and emotional resonance and how much it like can break you or not, I never felt myself being like easy. And I think since I've been so emotional lately, it's a new thing that I think I'll be able to tear the walls down now that I can see them. It's like blind spotting. Like I'm able to see what I was avoiding now, as opposed to before I was just like, ugh. So this was a very positive experience for me. It was just very interesting because I've never felt like tiptoeing about my own head.
Yeah.
I mean, the self-awareness, I think, is something of maturity. So it's fascinating to even hear like the extreme self-awareness that you're going through, which is, I commend, and I actually I'm kind of jealous that there is this self-awareness where you can kind of control your emotions, and then I'm over here like sweating bullets and, and also crying, but
there's like 70 people watching this review like, what? I'm sure there's a ton that are like, oh, this is interesting and I love getting to know these people, but there's a whole chunk going like, Ratatouille.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's all a subjective experience, though. You take who you are into a view, and that's the interesting part about having a critic here when you criticize art. Like, and they're breaking down the barriers here that with the cooking just represents art, being creative. And oftentimes criticism seems to take it not from a subjective standpoint, but acting like it's an objective standpoint, that this is this.
Right.
And as you can see here, like I'm in between like two very different ways of how to receive this movie right now, which is a very artistic film. Yeah. And both of you are two different places in your life right now, like two completely different places, two different prior experiences, and where you are in terms of like guarded up or walls down, that's going to come in the form of when you watch something. So it is always kind of weird, like doing one of these like reaction videos, because people usually come in with fans usually come to watch the reaction videos and they expect something out of it to just mainly validate the experience of what I've noticed. But what we have here is something that we're like, no, we have to just be honest. Like, here's what I think now. And maybe like in 10 years from now, when I watch I can guarantee you when I saw this 20 years ago, everything I thought about this movie, even though I don't remember this movie, I'm like, I certainly would not have had any of the 99% of the thoughts that I had. I didn't read into art like that.
Right.
It's probably all like flew over my head. I used to like listen to shit back then. And then I got into like studying in my 20s because so much of this stuff would just fly over my head, even if it was like right in my face. I wouldn't be able to like thematically understand stuff, and I felt like limited and stupid. So to be able to watch it now, I totally watch it with a very different lens. And back then I was like secretly, I was like not living at home and living at other people's homes all the time and secretly living places a lot of the time. I was like on my own a lot, so I was a very different person. And so who I watched then would receive it very different now. And I thought the movie was just fine. I don't know what your guys' deal is. Because they're getting all bent out of shape over nothing.
It's a rat making food movie.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, guys.
Anyone can cook. All right, 5 minutes in, I get the movie. Let's wrap it up. As an actual film dissection, though, I do want to say I think it's really beautiful that the film made sure to respect the characters' journeys to the point where it felt like you got validation in ways that surprised you. Like the structure was the villain didn't go out in the third act in the traditional way. It was like the late second act, so we got to have different expectations. You know, the Remy's arc, I thought was just going to be about like acceptance, and it was beyond acceptance. It was validation. So like the arc structure was really interesting because it could have ended in the second act and had villain get disbarred, him take over the restaurant, and Ratatouille get respect. He's a chef, he's cooking.
Sure.
But the last bit was like the extra sauce and like the extra spice, the extra flavor, like the extra thing that makes it special. Like you can make a really good dish and you can make it taste good and you can go back to that restaurant, but eventually you will tire of it. That variety, that spontaneity, that thing that the movie's about is the third act. So I like that a traditional film's act could have just been ending with acceptance, and instead this was ending with validation. And I think that was really wonderful for a film about art because so often artists don't get validation. Even artists that find some success often don't find any sort of like, oh, this is what I fought for. They either die before they get world famous and that causes it, or worse yet, they don't ever feel that validation. And there's validation all around them. That's why I find it so interesting with like my own personal experience is I love panels and cons because that's a chance to actually meet people, right? Like this job is fascinating because it's 3 people looking at a camera. And so like there are thousands of you, but like I just have a lens. So for me, like the art validation doesn't happen until like I go out into the world and I meet people that talk about that experience. So it's a really disconnected validation. But at a con or a panel, you know, I've hosted Hall H 3 times. There's 6,500 people. That's 13,000 eyeballs that are just like telling you like speak more, and it there's no feeling like it. But you're chasing that, and so like I get how artists, and I'm gonna keep this PG for the edit. I get how artists fall into things and get addicted to stuff because you're chasing a high, like you're chasing this validation. So it's really beautiful in a movie where validation is the thing an artist seeks, that it's given in such a wholesome way. Like that addiction in art of like feeling seen was the third act this movie wouldn't have worked if the rat was just accepted. This movie couldn't have worked if Gusteau's lived on. It had to be the Ratatouille opening. It had to be him being accepted not just by the people, but also by his marionette. Like all of those things are why this movie is exceptional, not just good. And I think that's really important for people that don't make art to know that it's not about acceptance. It's beyond that. And I think that's really special that this film clearly made by and for artists got to tell that story.
Definitely. I agree.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sentiment. To further that point, I love exploring when it came to the family, his rat family, because of how Pixar and Disney movies have kind of been lately, where like one of the jokes is that, you know, your parents, you don't need to listen to them and stuff, which is like actually a point that I feel like I understand why this generation writes movies like that now.
Yeah.
You know, it makes a lot of sense. And especially for a movie that is commenting on that just because you're born into this doesn't mean you have to live by this, this identity. Like you can form your own identity and you have your own choices. I did really like how the family at the end, there is a gray to it.
Yes.
They weren't just bad guys. They weren't.
And he didn't just ignore his family. His dad accepted him, not he accepted he wasn't part of them.
Yeah, and then managed to find that way to become the bridge to it all.
That's validation versus accept. Instead of accepting he's different, he was validated by his father.
Right.
Yeah, it is kind of in a meta sense. It is funny how that actually happens in life a lot.
No,
too.
right?
It's like usually a movie might portray like, oh, the father never approves, but a lot of the time, though, in life, when they finally find success, they're like, you know what, actually.
Well, I think once they understand it, like, and once they feel like it's big enough for their, I think the big thing about being a parent is the dream is so hard to understand until it's big enough that you feel like it's worth your kid.
Good point.
Like I often like I want to have kids in the next few years, and I often think like if my kid got into this job, I would be like, don't do that. But if my kid suddenly had a show on HBO, I would understand. Like I would be able to be like, oh, you can actually eat. I'm not worried anymore. I'm not stressed anymore. I think it's all coming generally. I'm optimistic. I think it's all coming from a place of love, and it's the point where it seems real enough that you're not scared for your kid, that you can finally. But I think that side of things isn't shown often.
Yeah, and I do love especially the illustration with the brothers, because it goes to that old saying, whatever. There's like a billion different sayings of it, but they're both from the same family. They seem like they're close in age, and just for some reason they ended up two completely different people.
Yeah.
One is like void and a little apathetic of emotion, and the other one is just full of vitality and passion, and it feels like they have to push it down, and they only find that life and energy in them when they are on the pursuit of creation. That's been like kind of a big theme. It's weird to watch this movie because a big theme in my life lately has been about like I have not really been creating. I've kind of just been going through the motions, and I feel like empty, and I want to do more creation and things out of love and contribution.
Sure.
And so I've like made it a discipline for the past like 2 weeks to write for at least 30 minutes a day, usually in the morning. I even did it today. And I do feel like I feel different. I feel like I'm more positive. I feel like I'm more aware. I'm more emotionally attuned. And it makes me enjoy this more because I'm able to do the creation side, and then I come here to do this other side, and I feel like I even receive better now. So yeah, there's like so many more benefits to it because he's a rat. He's not pursuing fame. He's not pursuing money. He's not pursuing any of that. He's just doing it for the love of it. So I appreciated this movie on many a deep level. And yes, it's beautiful. It's very cinematic. I love the color palette to it.
You don't see a lot of brown and gold movies.
No,
when you pointed that out, it really hit, and I was like, yeah, that's not a color palette that's common.
Well, I felt like brown is a bit of like that earthy tone, and often them in the dirt of like, oh, they're the poor street guys, and then they would have like have a little bit more of an opulence whenever they were like in the romanticized version of Paris and the cooking and everything like that. So it was like finding that middle. So you make the rat blue, you know, like it was really cool. It was really beautiful film. That's it for today. John cried. Coy identifies with the critic. And
do we have questions? Or?
Oh my God, I forgot all about that. I forgot about people who support us.
Yeah, the way we can do this.
Those guys. We'll answer a few of them. Let's go through it. Considering how unorthodox of a review this was, we probably.
What do you mean? It was very unorthodox.
Probably didn't answer a lot of awesome Joe movie reviews. I never really understood how the pulling of the hair controlled him how to cook. Do you guys have a better understanding as to how that works, or is it just a gimmick for the movie to play out? I mean, it's a joke on like the nerves system, like you touching nerves, but
interesting.
Yeah, like when you hit the knee and your knee kicks out.
I mean,
but
the movie's so hidden and fantastic.
A rat can cook and read.
We have to suspend our
yeah.
Of all the things in the movie, that one didn't bother. Like that's the thing. I'm like, I accept that if I accept these 82 other things.
The parts where I question, like, can that rat really carry that spatula? Looks a little heavy for that rat. And it was when we said that, I was like, I don't know why I'm questioning the logic of this movie.
The rat can read and make food.
But that answers that. These are questions from our patrons, by the way. Coy, you want to read Nikki Sunrisa?
Nikki Sunrisa asks, this film is so beautifully animated and the story is so compelling. Question, what do you think about the fan theory that Ego's childhood home is the same house that Remy and his family lived in at the beginning of the film?
Interesting.
If true, what do you think this says or foreshadows about the future relationship between him and Remy?
Whoa. What a theory.
So
crazy.
So the grandma we met in the beginning might be his mother. If that's the house.
What a trip.
That would be a connection between them for life. I don't know how long rats live.
Right.
So I don't know if that is possible, but
logic.
I know we're trying.
Oh no, you're right.
Narratively,
I love the idea because I do love like a long-term rivalry that they didn't even know they had for the other. Like, he's trying to escape the very thing that Ego is trying to escape. He's trying to appreciate just as Ego appreciates. Like they are both parallel appreciators of food and art, but they took different paths because of the same woman.
What do you think?
Good point. Yeah, I would like that. That's a cool narrative, like Coy said, like a device, but it's hard to believe just because of, I mean, but not to put logic into like the aging of the rats. But yeah, I think that's a cool little, plot device. That'd be cool. That'd be, yeah.
Also, it saved the animators a lot of time.
Yeah.
The house was already made.
I mean, I like the thematic resonance of it, where it seems like this ego critic is like his name Ego, and it's like the death of his ego and the start.
And he represents death.
Yeah,
like everything around him is death.
And it's the start of Remy's new life. So to have it like a bit of a full circle would be cool if that is actually true. There's like thematic resonance I could see happening.
That's true.
There.
Yeah.
Patricia Carrillo, John, read it.
Patricia Carrillo says, excited to see you guys reacting to this one, and crossing fingers the sequel won't be far behind. There's a sequel?
There's a Ratatouille?
Yeah.
Did they call it Ratatouille?
Yeah, imagine.
Ratatouille. Yeah.
In the same vein as this movie, what's a witness protection in unconventional setting idea you'd find amusing?
Oh, that's funny. That's a funny way to look at it. Witness protection in conventional setting.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's hard to.
You're asking us to be creative.
Yeah, we just talked about how we're not. We just consume. All we do is consume. I would like to see a movie where a member of the IRA is in the south of Ireland and has to become like a folk singer on the street and sing folk songs that are pro-Ireland instead of songs about the north of Ireland during the Troubles. So someone that is welcomed via music and heart and home that begins to understand that we're all brothers and the Troubles are something constructed by the British, who aren't people. No, but that it's constructed in order to allow music, song, and story to bring them back into the culture because we're all one people, but using the power of Irish storytelling and Irish music, which is really thematically resonant. But that'd be like witness protection from just a border that's man-made is cool.
I would like to see the world's biggest homophobe be thrusted into gayland. And that's where they have to hide out, where they eventually learn that being homophobic might be the right way. No.
You're describing so many 90s comedies where like people act gay and then they're like, well.
Yeah. Being homophobic is the wrong way to go.
I do have a script idea.
That is this?
No. Answering the question.
Yeah.
It has to do with the 90s riots, and then like I won't give away too much because I want to write it eventually. Something to do with like a black person stuck in a Korean owned convenience store.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds wild.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go into too much of it, but I guess I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly, but like, yeah.
No, we'll talk after.
Okay.
Yeah. Take out my life savings. Fun John's black person in Korean convenience store movie.
Of just a long line that is actually vague.
What? Do we call it what?
Jesus Christ.
And let's answer a couple of fun ones here. Captain Fernandez, are there any foods that evoke strong memories of your past of like what Ego experienced?
Damn.
There's a few for me.
Oh my God. Yeah, what? What would you have?
Go for it.
My dad, so like there's like an Oreo crust, and he would melt peanut butter and coat the bottom and then make chocolate pudding in that. So you'd cut into like
that sounds
chocolate
amazing.
peanut butter Oreo.
Ooh.
And anytime I have any of those flavors, it makes me think of that one flavor, and then that reminds me of my childhood. Like it's like a turducken of flavor. Like it's like a domino falls, and I'm like, oh my God. And it's like a full sensory experience.
That's cool. I like that.
Almost every time I have a pizza, because I grew up going to a place called Pizza Guy every Sunday after Catholic Mass. And we would go there. It was like a childhood home. In fact, where I live now is down the street from there. And after 30-something years of going there, it for some reason shut down a year ago.
Aww.
Now that I live down the street from there, it
Damn.
shut down. And so, yeah, pizza is very nostalgic for me, just in general. Hence, I abstain from it as much as I can, because it could lead down a bad road for me.
Fair. Oh, man, this is hard. I grew up around food a lot. My mom is a cook, and my grandparents owned a restaurant.
This might explain
That
a bit
explains
of
a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
dang, man.
You could have
left out
opened
some
with that when you
facts
were like,
of your
oh, why do you
life.
think this is hitting you so hard? I lived it.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, it's hard to even answer this question because, like, I don't know what, like a specific dish that would remind me. That's tough. This is gonna be stupid. Have you guys tried Napoleon cake?
No.
It's a layered. Yeah, or no. That's Neapolitan.
Oh, they sound similar.
Napoleon cake is like a layered type of. I think it's French.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I would assume so.
He was.
Yeah, right. That just the reason why it has nothing to do with my family, to be honest. I had like I did a product demonstration. This is like 2015 or something, and like the hosts of the house just like, hey, let's feed you after you sold us some products, and like I ate it and I was like, oh my god, I've never tried this, and then eventually I had it for my birthday. But it was just this welcoming, like, again, foreign to what I'm used to. Armenian family, but having this French dish. The reason why it was kind of, there's a memory tied to it is because I walked into that product demonstration being judged. They were like, oh, you're not going to sell us anything. And by the end of it, they bought a lot of product, and then they fed me, and they gave me a form of hospitality that I didn't expect. So I guess that it was cool. It's not strong memory, but heartwarming. I guess
it's positive.
Yeah,
positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a whole connection to that. That's cool. I like that answer. Shaple. Hey, Coy.
Hey.
Considering this movie's about passions, what are some of you guys?
Good question.
Monetize so many of them that they've faded in joy. I
don't make a living doing your passions.
Yeah, because they don't stay passions. What do I still love?
Unless they stay
come on, Coy, you
passions,
got
especially if you're so successful that you have like when you're an actor who's so rich. When you're like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, where you can do whatever you want, whatever movie, then I think it can remain a passion.
I look forward to being Ben Affleck rich off of YouTube, so I can know that joy. Let's see. I am very passionate about. I really fucking love foliage. Like when I see like leaves changing, it elicits so much memory, and like I can smell things from my childhood, and it makes me want to like hike and get outside, and like I used to hate the cold, but I like a chill in the air because it reminds me of like my favorite seasons, and like
oh cool
so I'm like really passionate about foliage, which is the oldest man answer I think possible. I really love working out 3 weeks into working out. I hate the first 3 weeks, and I'm always sore, and I'm always cranky, and I think I hate it, and then something happens like day 20 where all of a sudden, like, everything I eat is based on gains, and everything I think is based on, like, how sore, and, like, I love when I'm in the rhythm of working out. Like, being in shape and working out is my absolute favorite thing next to comics and movies.
Nice.
I know one of yours. What you want to share?
It's the obvious one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
They don't know the obvious.
I don't know when I'm right here.
No, I mean, passions. This is a trivial fact about me. I'm a competitive breakdancer.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've been doing it for 23 years since I was 13. And I do it. I still do it competitively. I think I'm gonna compete next Saturday. I don't know. And for the sake of it, I'll rock a reject shirt while I battle. So
good.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Good. Tell them you're underpaid.
Until we got that Ben Affleck money. Come on, Greg. Why aren't you paying me like a 90s movie star? Oscar winning director. Come on. That's awesome. I cannot fathom dancing, much less that. That is so cool.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
It's awesome. I've seen him. It's pretty great. I love to write, and I'm passionate about animals. Those are
that's
like my
real.
main
True.
thing.
Yes, that is true.
Very big. That's my passions right there for sure. And this is just a nice one. Nick and Knight is saying, hey, Triple Threat rejects. This movie is really great in my opinion. Good example for kids to expand their food plate. Like there's so many different Lunchables out there. They got the burgers one from the past, the hot dogs one, the ham and cheese one, the pizza one. Lunchables. That's where it's at. A lot of great food is showcased in here, but what would you say has been the worst meal you ever had?
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for all your hard work, rejects.
Oh, I like this question.
Worst meal?
Gosh. I had Springbok, and it was pretty gross. I think Springbok pizza, which is like a deer kind of animal in like Western Australia, and it was really gamey and salt. Oh no, it was crocodile Springbok pizza, and I remember the crocodile was really salty, and the Springbok was really gamey, and it made the pizza feel like I was eating jerky and cheese, and I was so nauseous. So yeah, Springbok crocodile pizza.
Yikes. That sounds normal.
I was like, I'll try something new. Took 2 bites, and I was like, what have I done? I'm so American. This is the worst.
All right, I'll tell this story. Olivia's grandma, my wife's grandma, who I really do consider my grandma. We've been together for like 10 years, Olivia and I. And the first time I went out to visit Olivia's family, we were only like 2 months into dating, and I was already head over heels for her. Now,
Nice.
Olivia's grandma is like Olivia's mom, and I love her. She's a 93-year-old woman right now. And I was staying in her home, and she was trying a new thing called tomato pie. That's exactly what it sounds like. Pie made of tomatoes. Now, everyone else around her was willing to be honest. I, the new boyfriend, staying at her home, was like, I'll have another.
This woman's in her late 80s. She would accept you.
And she knew I really didn't like that pie, but I would not fess up. And every time I see her, to this day, 10 years later, just saw her recently, I make sure to interject some joke about that tomato pie. And I would never tell her. I just never say the words how much I did not like that tomato pie.
I love that answer so much because it's ongoing.
Yeah. It is one of the grossest things I've ever had.
Isn't
Everyone else had a bite and was like, no, I can't do this.
Also, some people call pizza tomato pie. So I love
Yes,
that your answers are like bookends on pizza. You're like, what's a nostalgic food and what's the worst
I think
food?
that she thought, maybe she had that thought.
Because tomato pie is like
But
a...
it's just like,
cheeseless pizza?
It's pie with made of like tomatoes. Not good.
Sounds like not good.
Yeah. It does, yeah. Yeah. Worst meal? I don't know. I have had
Neapolitan cake.
I think liver. I've had liver.
I've never
just
done
don't-
that.
Yeah, I don't like the texture and the taste.
General liver.
Yeah, just generally. Yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
No, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I can't think of. Have you guys had durian, the fruit?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's a exotic fruit from Southeast Asia or something, and it smells like gasoline. Like it smells really bad, and like I tried it, it was nasty. I guess the Filipino balut. I've tried that. Ugh. Sorry, no.
You're supposed to represent Filipino.
I know.
pride
I'm
here.
sorry.
That's why you're here.
Edit this out.
Gotta get the Filipino.
Let's get Coy to try it. It's crazy.
No, I just...
Yeah.
If you want to see me cry on camera, give me this gasoline fruit. That's the trick. Weeping.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. At work we did a competition called Steak versus Surströmming, and we would do this 4-week contest of like sales comparison, right? Numbers. So winners would eat steak, and then losers would eat something called Surströmming, which is a Scandinavian fermented fish, to the point where if like you have to buy it like elsewhere, and so the post office received it and they were like, what the hell is this? And there was some sort of like, emergency. But anyways, there's videos on YouTube, like people trying surströmming, and even the smell, it smells like sewer, or like think of a porta potty, a very used porta potty. It's just, yeah, it's grotesque. And like popping the can, you'll see people reacting to like, it just smells so bad. People are vomiting even before even trying it.
Not a healthy work environment. There's like
We talked a lot about this sales.
It's very dark time. Yeah. It's our first video together, and I've learned a lot of trauma. I've seen trauma. I've seen like this is fine.
So you get super emotional.
Why is this hitting me so hard? I grew up in a restaurant. My mom's a chef. Crazy. Couldn't possibly be related.
It's unexpected.
Just so worried about everything about John's past.
We got one last one on the agenda here. Jay Rushton, what can the rejects actually cook and cannot really cook? Want to say condolences to Coy for the loss of Spider Cat.
Thank you, man.
That's really nice. I can cook eggs and a really good type of potato, actually. Believe it or not, really good. I'm fortunate enough to know how to cook. I don't know how to describe it, but whenever people are eating potatoes at a potluck or whatever, and I happen to make mine, people are usually like, who made the potatoes? And I'm fortunate enough to, I don't know what it was that I figured out with that. I don't even know where I got it from. I used to actually, my first main job was it was exactly what it sounds like. It was a hot dog restaurant. Everything was grilled and charbroiled. There's like 40 different types of hot dogs. Never seen anything like it. And I learned how to cook there. So like I was cooking all kinds of meats and chicken and everything like that on the grill and the charbroiled. So I actually know how to cook pretty well.
That's why he's vegetarian now.
Vegetarian.
He worked at a hot dog restaurant.
Yeah. So what happens
The
to those hot
smells
dogs?
you must have smelled.
Well, I used to get free food. I loved it there, man. I eat there all the time. That was delicious food.
Wow.
Yeah, you know how to cook? You know how to cook?
I cook pretty good. I make like a really good taco salad. I make really good, like I do like pasta medleys. I grill a really good pizza, which a lot of people don't do, is grilling pizza, like actually on the grill. I grill good steak, good fish, salmon and tilapia, sometimes cod. I make really good protein ice cream as well as protein shakes.
Oh my God! Yeah, can you make me like non-dairy ones?
Dude, 100%.
That'd be amazing.
I got a creamy now, so I can make like a nice.
I've had one for a year that I've never plugged in.
It's so hard to learn. Once you learn, it's great, but the learning curve is impossible.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, no, the learning curve is insane. But once you learn, you're like, holy shit, I'm never eating out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really good at. I'm not good at Thai food, which is one of my favorite kinds of food. That's the thing I've tried and failed at most. Like pad ki mao is my jam, but I can't make it. Have you had pad ki mao?
I think so. The soup.
It's like a drunken noodle kind of dish. It's like a fat noodle, chicken.
Oh, thicker noodle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually chicken, sometimes steak or fish. So yeah, I cook like a little bit of everything, and I want to learn how to make box tea. That's my new goal.
Nice,
cool.
Box tea is a 3 types of potatoes Irish dish.
Oh, I didn't know you know how to like do all that. That's impressive.
Yeah. I try. I want to be a good husband.
And here you are.
There you go.
Eating out a lot.
Yeah, not anymore, Greg. It's my 3rd meal of the day, and they've all been liquid.
The fiber doesn't bloat you?
No.
No, any bit of fiber, I'm just like.
I'm only doing 1,400 calories a day, and that movie was about food.
Nice.
What about you, John?
I don't know how to cook at all. Unfortunately, I can make quinoa because I know how to. I have to eat it for when being strict. So, but I'm used to it. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know how to grill a steak. You know how to make eggs. Like I'm jealous. Like I don't know how to cook at all. Unfortunately, I need to learn.
Do you cook your quinoa in bone broth?
No, I just normal water. Yeah,
dude, bone broth quinoa.
And then it would add protein.
It triples your protein.
Yeah,
and also the fiber digests differently because the enzymes in the bone broth.
Okay, good to know.
Have you Did you get an air fryer?
No, my parents have an air fryer. Yeah.
Get some sweet potato frozen fries.
Chef.
Throw them in there.
Yes,
Boom.
chef.
Those are the potatoes I was telling you.
Hey, okay.
Just air fried. You're like, I make a really good air fried potato.
Throw a raw potato in there. Don't even like poke a hole in it.
Okay.
All right, 45 minutes have gone by. Crispy. Hopefully cook the inside. People are like, who made this shit? And that's why they're asking me.
Who made these potatoes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I might have pitched a different tone. It was, who made this potato? Oh.
That's the reality.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. I'm sure you will find many reviews of Ratatouille exactly like this one on the internet.
I cannot wait to read these comments because what journey we've done.
I hope people get to the review. That's what I hope.
We had a very traditional reaction.
Yeah, very traditional reaction. Most unconventional review. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate everyone for bearing their souls today. We'll see you guys soon. Rejects.